It's like, because there's like, you have 2 of something, right? Here. So you have 2 of something, which means you have 2 of something. These are 2 things. And then you add, which means that give you give these 2 things 2 more things, because there's another 2 here. So it's 2 more things that you're giving to those 2 things. So when those 2 things go into those 2 things, there's 2 more things here, and there's now no things here. So once you have that, you then have 4 plus that, which, fuck, because, so here you have 4 things, right? Right here. That's what that is. And then here you have 0 things, right? So there's nothing in there, but there's the circle here, right? So that's technically one thing because of the circle. So once you add these together, right? Once you add these together, now you have that right there, right? So now this becomes nothing here, right? And now there's this. So now you go back to this, right? So you're left with this 4. So you just take this extra one that was right here, right? This 5, you just put it in there. So now the equation becomes 5 plus, and you remember here's the 0 hit 4, right? So that stays 0. It was 1, but then that 1 transferred over, so it stays 0. So this is still 0. So basically now you have 5 things going into 0 things, and when 5 things go into 0 things, they all go through, right? They all go through that hole. They all penetrate that hole, and they all go through the hole. Therefore, all 5 of those things came through. And so now we have 5, right? So to better answer this question, we just say 2 plus 2 equals 5. It's as easy as that. Like, I don't know why people complicate it so fucking much. It's so easy to understand. Okay, let's go over the math one more time. So you had 2 plus 2, right? You added those things together, gave you 4. Okay, so we brought the equation down. Now we have 4 plus 0 because the 2 in the beginning got canceled out and brought over to the first one because the first one was adding that to itself. Are you following along? So this 2 was taking this 2 right here and adding it to itself, which is why we now have 4, right? And then we did 4 plus 0, but 0 is technically a thing. So now that 0 goes into the 4, and now it becomes 5. Technically, this becomes kind of a paradox because now you would maybe think, well, now 5 plus 0, right? Doesn't that then become 6? Well, actually, no. Because once you add twice, this is the first add, right? This first add makes it 4, right? And once you add twice, you're then left with that one thing. But once you add 3 times, you just go back to where you were in a way that the third time's a charm, right? That's basically the rule that we follow in mathematics. So the third time's a charm means the third time you add, you don't actually add in that 0 as an entity. You don't add it as its own thing. So that 0 actually just doesn't even exist. So it's actually, this equation right here, this 5 plus 0, would actually be just 5 plus. Okay? And 5 plus, that doesn't mean anything. Okay? The plus, because it's not actually adding anything to the 5, because of the third time's a charm rule, we actually just cancel out this plus, and now we're left with just the 5, okay? So then the equation basically just sums up from 2 plus 2 to being 5, and that's an easy way to understand it. So yeah.